now.
The beat is
and I told her the other day, I listened to the world is yours. And I'm like, they ain't talking like this. So whoever you think is the best, they not making the world is yours. They're not making If I Rule the World. They're not making Juicy. They're not making Warner. They're not making Sky's the Limit. They're not doing it. They're not making Can't Not the Hustle. They're not making The Evil. They're not making Pop. They're not making it. I'm a rapper. I'm not making it.
These biting my style, I hope they got dental plans. So get it straight from the source and cut out the middleman. Get that pure dough. Get that pure dough. Go get it straight from the source and cut out the middleman. Get that pure dough.
Oh, it's me. Handsome. Back with another episode of Verse for Verse. I got my brothers in the building. Big U, James Rich is here. Pilot Moody is in the building. And we have a special guest.
Right.
Melly Scuggz is in the building. You heard?
Yeah. You heard me? Romello, baby.
Yeah.
Thank you for having me, sir.
Of course. Let the people know who you are, what you know what I mean, what you've done, you know, where you from.
Right. I go by the name of Melly Scuggz. Singer, songwriter, producer, artist extraordinaire from uptown Manhattan, a beautiful place called Dykeman. You know what I mean?
Talk about it.
And I rock with my Park Hill, my Clifton, my High brothers.
Yes, sir.
I ended up in a beautiful place called Staten Island about 8 years ago.
Yeah.
And basically probably the first brother I met, my brother Pilot Moody Jamels, you already know. And we here with the fam, and it's a pleasure to be here.
Now we here.
You heard me?
So I got a quick question for you. What is hip hop to you?
Oof. I mean, you want one word or you want an essay?
Nah, talk to me. We talking. Talk to me.
Yeah.
Talk to me, man.
Hip hop is my life, really, right? Like, just since like 4 years old, grew up with an older sister that was super into music. But I come from a very musical family. My mother wrote records in Spanish, merengue, and my pops put me on the calypso and soca and reggae from just childhood. Mind you, I'm Dominican, but like grew up very Americanized in uptown Manhattan, and was just everything. But in that sense, hip hop to me is literally life, like the culture, the way I dress, the way I talk, the way we walk. I still remember when we was kids and they were telling us to pull our pants up, and they was like. We're not trying to drop them on purpose, and then you come to find out that it comes from hip hop, right?
Right.
Because you're just a child, and I'm still listening to Marvin Gaye, and I'm still listening to Al Green, and then it's like, but my first record is like Cool Moody.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? The Wild Wild West. Remember that?
Oh,
Wild Wild West. I bought two records, 99 cents.
Mm.
I might have been 8 or something. Bought them shits in Dykeman. Then we had a dope record store. Yeah, but I'm like a fine wine when we still sexy, so it's whatever. My first 2 records was Wild Wild West and JJ Fad Supersonic.
Fire. That S
like the
is for
first
super
records that
and
we
the
put.
U is
I
for
obviously did
unique.
not know what they were saying. Did
The
not
beat
know
is
what was
for
happening.
perfection.
But those were the records that were on there, you know, Michael Jackson, Thriller, and all that. But the ones that I actually went to the store and they gave me money, and I was like, what am I gonna buy? Those are like the 2 hottest singles at that time.
That's crazy.
It probably wasn't even Hot 97. I think it
Supersonic.
was still like WBLS. Yeah.
So you said you had a question.
Yeah, so because I think that his
Supersonic, B.
Yo, the S is
For
for,
whoever
super
don't know,
and the
Google
U
that.
is for unique. The P is for perfection, and you know, yeah,
They
nah,
was
I know.
spelling-
They bad, crazy.
Wild fast.
Son.
Nah, but wild fast
Yeah,
on the
yeah.
wild fast
Yeah,
up
yeah,
tempo, because
yeah,
that
yeah.
in those days it was like house.
Yeah,
You
they
know
still
what I
had like
mean?
that electronic.
Yeah.
type.
Mass scratching. There was literally a girl at the end that we still don't know what she said, but she
At
went
all.
like a strong 16.
Yeah.
Just, I
We
was
still don't
That's
know
what she did. Son, she wasn't saying no words, love. Yeah.
Yo, but bodying it. Four women in a group. It was like the Hammer days.
Yeah.
So it was big to have like women in a group in biker shorts.
But I wanted to start
Yeah.
here early, right? So
Hip-hop. Love
Nah, his
hip-hop.
definition of hip hop to me
Got you.
was fire, right? So I
Yeah.
wanted to ask him, can somebody decide to be hip hop?
You kind of cannot. I mean, you could.
I'm saying, can you just be like, you know what, I'm gonna be hip hop?
Cannot.
Okay. We have to reiterate,
Great
right?
question.
You could be a rapper,
Great
Right.
question.
You also have to remember, right? It comes from here.
rap good.
It comes from here. It comes from LA.
Real quick before you get into
after
that,
us.
so is hip hop and rap different?
Yeah, because hip hop is a culture and rap is just one of the forms, right? Because you can still,
Yeah.
like everybody don't rap,
Yeah.
but they're considered hip hop if you look
know,
at the
you
charts.
got
that's-
rapping,
yeah.
you got b-boying, you got
That's that
graffiti.
shit
Hip hop,
right
there's
there.
R&B,
Yeah.
there's
That's that
rap,
shit.
there's soul, right?
Right.
But
You feel
everybody
that,
don't
Rich?
rap. Like rapping is like lyricism and actually being an MC, right? Even that, right? The essence of what an MC is. How many people can you go up to right now and they know what to tell you what an MC is?
You're right.
But
They just know they
niggas
can
can
rap.
rap.
Right, niggas can rap.
A lot of niggas
And
can
don't
rap.
know what an MC is.
Yeah.
A lot of niggas can rap.
That's
But-
completely different.
But I think I don't disagree.
Talk
but
about it, Rich.
No, there's
just
levels.
playing
There's levels.
God's advocate. If
sure.
you're rapping, aren't you doing hip hop?
You are. But it's an entity of it, right? So, like, if I'm speaking English in America, am I not speaking what they speak in Britain? But that's different. We speak some other shit that comes from this other side. It's an entity of that or like a dialect of that.
Right. That's what I'm saying. So
You are-
we not speaking the King's English, but we speaking English, right? So if you rapping, you doing hip hop, you may not be the pure essence of hip hop,
Right.
but this is a part of hip hop, and
sure.
and you're doing that. So you're a part of. I think you're a part of like you're doing
You are
hip
a
hop
part.
stuff.
You are
I'm
a
not
part.
saying you're hip hop,
Nah, I
but the
understand.
act is a hip hop act. If not,
sure.
what is it?
It is.
I understand
It
what
is.
you're saying from the point of you giving the props to where whatever
It comes
came
from.
from for whatever
Yeah.
they're
Your
doing.
brain, right?
Yeah, but you got nowadays hip hop is forefront faced by people who is not hip hop.
Right.
No, I
So
agree.
that's what I'm
becomes so
saying.
much
So it's not
bigger.
people. They're not saying, "Oh, look at these guys that are paying homage to
going
hip
there
hop." They're
too.
like, "This is hip hop right here." No, it's not.
Right. No, in that case, I agree.
now it's
I agree
good.
100%.
You got a fake mustache. No, it's not.
yeah, I hear that.
Nah.
I was going there too, though, when I was saying you got to remember where it started, what it's become.
Yeah.
Now it's like, you can be from Memphis, you can be from Japan, you can be. That's not
Like
how it started.
So
It
like if
started
right now,
in the streets of
I
New
start
York
going
with a certain culture.
facts. If I started going to skibbity boobity and that's what you doing. I'm doing jazz.
Right.
No, you're not.
No, you're not.
Jazz is improv. Nah, nigga,
That's
get out of
mad
here.
funny.
Nah, sit like you could do something.
You got a point there.
It
You
can-
got a
it-
point
I mean,
there.
it
I'm
could
doing
go.
jazz. I'm improvising. No, you're not.
So I guess the next question I'll ask is, what's pop to y'all? We talked about hip hop, but like, what makes something pop? Because for me, when I had heard like Backstreet Boys and NSYNC, right? I watched something on Netflix. They was talking about R&B groups, and they wanted to be Boyz II Men.
Right.
Like that's who they was like trying to emulate Boyz II Men, but they end up being pop stars. They didn't end up being R&B.
I think it's just a racial term.
Yeah.
To be honest.
It's,
Okay.
it's definitely,
Yeah. I
don't.
it's definitely
because
I'm glad I'm
discriminating.
here.
Because
It's
I think
discrimination.
Give you this old man.
because I think
No, listen, nah, we
because I
gonna
think
we'll get it.
pop is just popular music.
Yeah,
that's
that's
what
all
they
it
mean.
means.
When they
It could
when
be
they call
anything.
something pop, they're saying popular
It could
music.
be anything.
So was Boyz
But-
II Men pop?
That's what I'm getting at.
That's
This is
definitely
why.
pop.
This is why
That's
I'm saying.
definitely pop.
That's why I'm saying it's a racial term because it has nothing to do with the genre of music at all. There's R&B records that are pop records.
Right.
There's rap records that
I'm
are
saying,
pop
right.
All
records,
of that.
right? But what you're talking about is when
Where you were
they
trying to go.
try to make black music,
Uh-huh.
but it's lacking the sauce and the seasoning.
So they called it something else.
Also correct.
But it's popular because if you're white, you're the majority in the country, right? So which is why pop stars are considered bigger than urban stars. Not for any other reason, but they have more consumers. It's that simple. It's really that simple.
It is that simple.
Okay.
The America is so large that
Say that
there's-
one more time. I just want you to say what you said one more
that's
time.
powerful.
went to
It's
where
powerful.
it
They
is.
have if you're white, you have a larger audience than any other genre of music.
Okay.
Right? So if you're an R&B artist, right, you can't compete with a white pop artist, even if that pop artist is an
As they
R&B
say.
artist,
As they
right?
say,
Because you
right.
got white girls like, you know, I don't know their names, but like,
Sure you do.
no, like the urban singer chicks. But anyway, my point is, when they put a record out, there's so much more people, white people in white America, they're the majority, they're going to sell way more records. So this is why their numbers are always astronomically larger than some of the actual stars they are that move the culture. Taylor Swift's numbers are out of the world.
Because it's global.
And that she's just one. There's a million of those.
Right.
So now, because my bad. Get into what you was gonna say about pop.
So-
no, take it there.
His definition, like, because, you know, rich thoughts, they be
Rich
going.
thoughts.
Yeah. So it went and it got to
Yeah,
kind of, because
yeah.
of the money and all of that is
Yeah.
the pop.
But that's the
Niggas
pop
don't care
part.
how popular
Yeah.
something
That's
is
the pop
because
part.
the shit
sales.
like, and look, all of the pop parts of things because we are the people that make the popular stuff,
Make
all
it
the
hot.
pin stuff.
Right. Yeah.
Black
Do it
people
the
make all the
best.
stuff. So the popular to them is what it ends up as dollar signs, and
Right.
they control where the dollar signs
Yeah.
go. So then they can say that something is popular. And Taylor Swift, like, I like Taylor Swift.
Yeah,
She's cool.
she's dope.
But if you put her music up against people that aren't pop stars, they'll destroy her. Like so if you put their songs up, they like.
But that's subjective.
It is to a point.
No,
Nah,
it is. No,
to a
it is
point.
subjective because
To a point
her
it is.
audience is different.
Yeah.
Is her
Simple.
audience
Maybe.
is looking for something different.
It's not maybe
Because are we saying a Taylor Swift fan is also a Beyonce
That's
fan?
what I'm saying. Most aren't though.
They can
Right.
be,
They
but
can
they
be,
not.
but
Right.
the majority probably they. If you and I think that's a not bad, but that's a tougher like comparison. It works because if you look at their numbers, you'll see the difference.
right.
Still,
It's not
even
unfair.
though Beyonce is who she is, the numbers don't say that.
Right.
The numbers don't say that she's this more powerful
Right.
entity. The numbers don't
Right.
say that. You know what I mean? And that's what
That gets
pop,
back
like you're
into
saying,
the-
that's what pop is.
who's
Put it like
reporting
this.
the numbers.
Put it like this. You want to get a perfect example, and this is probably the thin line because I wouldn't even put it on teenagers or 20-year-olds because they're kind of both in the urban culture, pop culture, kind of hip hop culture.
Nowadays.
Right. But there's a 5-year-old white girl that loves Taylor and dresses like her and everything. She might not love Beyonce.
Just cause. Like just the connection,
because
right? Like,
Taylor is coming through her mainstream of what her
That probably goes
vision
both ways though.
of
Yeah, but
yeah,
who-
it does.
who's the
but that's
majority in the
separation.
country?
Exactly.
there's more.
separation is
There's more
population.
of those 5-year-old little white girls.
The
That's just a
separation
fact.
is population.
That's just a fact.
and maybe that 5-year-old white
just a
girl.
fact.
No, I'm just saying.
Because if you
And then
Let's hear it,
maybe that
'Cause white-
5-year-old white girl's mom is like, love Taylor, Beyonce's ass is kind of fat and sticking out.
Even if she don't
and I
say
want you
that,
to do
right?
that.
Like it's
I'm
just,
just saying that's what they're
no, I
thinking.
know. I'm just playing the other side,
Right.
just to be clear.
Right.
It's not like I don't think people are saying don't listen to that. Listen
Outside,
to that.
no.
It's what do you connect to?
Right.
If you live in Middle America,
Correct.
that's what
Taylor
you connect
Swift.
to. Why do you
Wisconsin-
think Donald
in
Trump became the
Wisconsin,
president?
Exactly. In
It's
Iowa,
very simple.
In
It's not
Iowa,
complicated.
Taylor's
Yeah.
winning. In
we ain't
Iowa.
got time.
No,
Yeah, it goes
go ahead,
deep.
son.
It goes deep.
Talk
Because
about
we-
it.
But it's something that goes very deep that we kind of glazing over the top of it like there's not a system.
go in,
There's
it's
there's a
crazy.
system.
I mean,
Yeah.
There's a system in place
sure.
that makes for these types
Right,
of things to
of
happen so
course.
that people will believe this is
I
the way it's
agree.
supposed to be.
I agree. I agree.
Taylor Swift, that why you think Kanye West went on this? Because it's not a mistake.
No.
He might got no sense sometime, but he went up there because he said this is preposterous.
doesn't make
This
sense.
is
What
crazy.
y'all is showing.
This
This,
don't-
This is
don't
crazy.
make
Are you
sense.
serious? This is
right.
that's the truth.
But if you control
But you're
the
not
narrative,
supposed to say that.
you can force
Yeah.
those narratives.
And they've been forcing them for years.
So I got a question because we talking about racial stuff and pop music. Michael Jackson is the king of pop.
King of pop, boy.
Yes.
He's a black man.
Yes.
Hands down.
How's that happen?
Look, first,
He said it don't matter if you're black or
well,
white.
yeah. I mean,
And then
I'm
they
gonna let Seth
murdered
go
him.
first. I'm gonna say let Seth
And
go
then
They
first.
murdered him right away.
murdered
'Cause I
him.
think Seth's the oldest in the room.
That was later.
So I think Seth's the oldest in the room. So
Talk
I'm gonna let
about
him
it, Seth.
answer first.
How does Michael Jackson become the king of pop being a black man? Even though he did bleach his
Well,
skin.
we're the king of everything when you say it that way.
I don't think he.
We're the king of rock. We're the king of pop. We're the king of country.
Are we
we're the
gonna
king
let
of...
Seth get into it?
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Nah, he's saying Seth is speaking. You know what I'm saying?
Vicariously.
He also had a no rely relaxer.
Right.
And
They
then
caught on fire.
it was like
time.
chill. He is kind of his features are a little bit different.
Saying.
But nah, I mean he captured the country
Like-
with
like,
the Jackson 5.
about
as
to
a
say,
kid.
when he was younger-
like white kids dance to Jackson 5, right?
But when he
they
was
watch
younger,
American bandstands.
and he had a nappy afro, he
Yeah.
wasn't the
It was
It
king
wasn't
of
the
pop.
same.
He wasn't the king
It
of
wasn't the
pop.
same.
When he
exactly.
started, when his head got
Exactly.
straighter and he got more.
He got burnt up in that Pepsi commercial.
Even to this day, and this is no knock because I love it all.
Yeah.
Like I feel like Off the Wall is his best album.
Hell yeah.
But
But
that's not
Thriller
the album.
is the one.
Yeah.
with the fro
Exactly.
and the
You know what I'm
pimples.
saying? To
Thriller
me,
has the most hits.
With the fro and
So
the pimples.
they say.
Off the Wall
I'm
had
about to
wild
say,
hits.
Off the Wall is
Off
crazy.
the Wall is
They
bananas.
both,
Crazy.
they both Quincy
OD.
Jones. They both Quincy Jones at the end of it.
All right, so
But yes, King of Pop.
So this is
Michael
the thing.
forever.
I say all of this to say, did y'all hear about Mos Def calling Drake a pop artist?
Yes.
I heard, and I meant to watch more, but I didn't get into it.
Okay,
So
so
I don't know what they
He
said.
was
So-
kind of bland when he went to like elaborate about it though.
I mean, if you
Well, they say less is more, but
no, you know
he didn't really like.
think
what
that
it
he
is he
wasn't-
didn't want to be
Yeah, he
disrespectful
wasn't
to
trying
Drake.
to-
He was
Because they
trying to
asked him
show
a question.
Right.
He got caught out there. He
Nah, he kept
I'm
saying
ask-
it.
Let me ask.
He kept saying he was like, come on.
Did he just say
Yeah.
something that he felt and knows, but then realized there's no way to really talk
No,
about
they kept
this?
asking him questions, and then they
were
finally said, you know, let's go somewhere else. Let's
Yeah,
take
yeah.
because they
Interview was-
There's
realized
no way to answer this without it sounding a certain
Exactly.
way.
Right.
Exactly. You know what I mean?
a
So,
pope.
how do y'all feel about Drake? Is he pop or is he hip hop?
He's both.
I think Drake is just.
So there's people that are both.
He's hip hop.
Yeah. I mean, we already addressed
biased,
that
but
it's not. Well, we already addressed that
Everybody's
they're not
biased.
like separate necessarily. Like yo, there could be a drill song right now that's pop.
All right, so hold on. So
And they're
let me
talking
talk.
about
Let me
killing
talk about
people.
it.
Yeah, what do you mean
And
when
they
you say
watching
it's
some
pop?
shiesties
Let me
and
talk
they got
about
the
it.
fucking bag with the. Come on, daddy.
Give me a minute.
Pop is popular.
You
All right, so
about to put
look.
him in the corner.
So look, like,
About to put him in the corner.
so nah,
Don't put baby in the corner.
I'm just saying, right? Don't do that.
nah, because for me, right, like y'all, like I love everything y'all said. You know, the racial part because that's a big part for me, right?
It is.
Drake is white.
All of it plays.
and we all know
All of
he's
it
half
plays.
white.
Is
So
All
He's
of it
Jewish. He
well,
said
he's
he's
that's what I'm
Jewish.
saying. So
And they
dad
say
is a
that
blues
they
singer
say
from
that's a
Memphis.
race. So if you go by that,
He is Jewish.
So for me, you know, obviously it does have to do with race as well, right? Because so I was talking to Sel, he was like, nah, like if you black and you why you not a rapper, it's about the music you make. I'm like, of course it's that as well, because some artists will make R&B,
right?
but then the R&B kind of switches up because we got like Usher.
Right.
Is he an R&B artist or is he a pop artist
It's
now?
R&B hip hop.
He's an R&B artist that makes popular R&B.
He
music.
makes pop music.
but it's pop because
Is
it's
he a
popular.
pop star?
He's a
Because
pop
it's
star.
popular. I'm
He's
saying,
a pop
I don't-
star.
I think they've tricked everybody into thinking
They did.
pop's not a genre.
It's
Right,
not.
right.
That's the
think-
problem.
I think a big part of what you said that's important though is the intention behind making the music.
There you go.
That's the thing.
So that's where I was gonna take this, right? So we got Drake, who a lot of his music, you can hear it. Mel sent me something earlier in one of the songs, and he's constantly talking about catching up to Mike and being as great as
Yeah.
Mike. So it's been his intention for a while now to become a pop star.
Right. I get that.
You know what I mean? I think we all can start off as a hip hop artist. We can start
Right,
off
right.
as an R&B
He can
artist.
choose that. Right.
But once you make a certain change, like I want to be like this, you start making a certain type of music.
Finding your lane.
My question to you, I don't think it's finding a lane because
I
I think
also
there's,
don't
I
think-
think
Right.
there's a preconceived lane.
Yeah.
Facts.
And what I want to ask is, what is that lane? Because we're talking about something that's like in an abstract way. You're saying a certain type. What's that type? Because when you say R&B, you know what R&B is.
Yes.
When you say country, you know what country is, right? What's pop?
I have a
Talk about it.
So I feel like pop is forever because it's popular music, right?
Right.
The music that's going to bring in the most capital at the time. What are
Most
people
important
feeling the
chart
most
as
at the
well.
time?
Yeah.
Might be Gangnam Style, might be
And
whatever
it-
it
I
is.
was- yo, tell me
but
how I was
to
thinking of
Drake,
Gangnam Style.
to Drake's
Like anything can
to
be
his
pop.
Credit.
reward, yeah, his credit. that whatever that lane is, he's gonna find who's doing it real good,
And I'm gonna
get
do it
them
really
to
good.
give
and
him some-
infuse it.
And I'm gonna be the
Yo, is
best
that
at
a
it.
gift?
No, I'm not saying
And I'ma be
I don't
the
think it's a
best
gift
at
at
it.
all. It's science, but I think. But I'm agreeing with y'all.
Diddy
I'm
was a
just trying to
master
get to a
at that.
point where
Yeah.
maybe, and I don't
He
think we're gonna
does.
be able to do it right now. But if we can come up with some way of saying that's what it is, because it's clearly something. When we hear it, we know it. We're like,
What, pop?
oh, you making like a pop song.
But it depends on the time though, because right now
It's tough,
with the
B.
sounding,
It's tough.
you know what I'm saying? I think that's something that might have been popish at one point. Maybe right now might not be.
To me, pop always sounds like
So pop change.
pop always sounds like R&B without seasoning. To me.
But
I
so,
gotta
but look,
disagree though.
but I'm
I
gonna
gotta
tell
Look
you,
at all
I
the
gotta
big artists.
disagree.
Who Big Sean's old girl.
Janae.
No, it's his old girl, the little one.
Ariana?
Ariana Grande.
Okay, Ariana.
All these, you're not even gonna know these people's names because they're pop stars
They're
and they
just
don't
pop,
really matter,
yeah.
but they sell a bazillion records. Like what's the little hobbit looking dude? You know what I mean?
Crazy. Yes.
I know you're talking about the red hair. I know you're talking about
All these guys, they make like black music.
Because not Sam Smith, but the other guy who was he had the fire songs, little red hair.
I know you're talking about.
Yeah,
I
I
remember
can't
his
remember
They
name.
his
all
name.
make like R&B, reggae,
Yeah.
like they all, but it's just like no seasoning.
Right,
but it's
right.
like it's
But
the
like
pop
fake
version
urban. Yeah.
of it. Meghan Trainor, right? All these people, they sing, they do. It could be R&B if you put some stank on it. You if somebody else sang it, you'd be like, that's an R&B record.
Yeah.
So Breezy.
I don't think so.
R&B?
No, he's
Pop.
clearly
He makes
pop.
pop records.
That's what I'm
too.
saying. But
He obey.
That's about to
He
say.
can do, like I said,
But
that's
that's-
he has R&B records,
That's
and
not-
he has
that's the
the
pop.
non-seasoned pop.
But
But
then he's also
no,
like hip hop.
No, we gotta be clear.
Is
Like
he
I
not
said,
hip-hop?
Because it's not just.
He's
It's
you're,
clearly
you're talking
Breezy
about
not
the
hip-hop.
people
He
that
has
don't have
raps in his
seasoning,
songs.
That's what
so
I'm
they
talking
can't
about.
put the
So-
seasoning.
Yeah, exactly.
But you got people
Breezy
that got
is
well-
clearly trying to be a pop star. He
Yes,
wants to be
yeah.
Michael Jackson.
And
He
what I'm trying to
wants
say,
to be
but what I'm
this.
trying to say is this:
'Cause he
us-
danced.
That's the intention.
But when I say
Right.
us, I think we can do that easy because it's our music.
Right.
We don't want to do that unless we trying
Right.
to be a pop star.
Right.
You can say,
Okay, I see
I'm
your
gonna try to make it unseasoned so that it's open to
But-
the majority of people now.
right.
It doesn't feel like
with you,
a
I'm with you.
black song because that's really what it is. Like, is this a urban song or is this a song
for
that's
everybody.
But
But is it a song that's rooted in some sort of real feeling?
But I think all of
Right.
it is. That's why pop songs are greatly written. They're
Right.
greatly written. Amazing. There's a song that I listen to all the time.
matter who's in it,
Nico
who's
and
in it.
Vans, right? Am I wrong? I love that
That's
song.
my shit.
It's just a dope
These
song.
songs are amazingly written, but they just these like
If somebody else did it.
anybody can almost sing these
definitely
songs.
understand your point.
They're written so well. It's like you can't unsing the Taylor Swift's music isn't hard to make.
Right.
No disrespect to her, none. But it's like if Beyonce sang her songs, they still be
gonna kill
hits.
James Rich on the internet.
See, everything
Just saying.
everything you said, my brother, completely correct. The only one difference that I give to pop, which not for nothing, the newer Drake maybe might aim for it, but the like a earlier Drake, not even to go back to him, but just
Nah,
for anyone.
No, it's
It's
about
not-
Drake.
but-
It's about
It's about Drake.
Drake.
No, but
because
for,
he's like pop.
but
He
for,
keeps changing.
But for anyone, though,
Right.
for anyone, the only exception that I make with that for people that are not in the studio trying to make a pop song is just you made a hood song and,
And
it
everybody
just
loves
blew
it.
up.
And everybody loves it. 'Cause
They,
that's the
you
difference.
can't blame them, right?
No,
that
no,
they
not at
became
all.
pop. So I feel like there's a moment where I'm not saying the new guy. There's a moment where he
Mel's
really
like, go
just
ahead.
cared.
Skate out of this
He
one.
really just cared
Like, I
about
want-
proving
Let's see
everyone
you skate out of
wrong
this one.
and being like a dope rapper because I'm mixed and I'm this and I'm that and I'm from Toronto. And then he just happened to become
And I'm gonna
pop.
add one thing.
And
Question.
then after then, it was just like, if I'm here and I'm making millions, because you got to remember the pop mentality is,
I think he was
I
gonna-
want to make money.
I think he was going to be.
I don't wanna
I think it
just
was a
do
plan.
mixtapes.
And I
I think-
agree. But my question though,
It's a
I just
little bit of
wanna,
both.
I wanna
Real quick,
I
what's
agree,
up?
it's a little bit of both.
Regardless of whatever he did, it was determined.
It was gonna go that way.
Facts.
It was
And
predetermined
what I was
that
gonna-
Drake
facts.
was going to be, since
And
he was
just to
wheelchair.
play-
What was that nigga on
Wheelchair
the grassy
Jimmy.
high?
And just
But
to
see,
play,
that's crazy because he wasn't rapping yet.
God's advocate.
So nobody-
this is what
but they
people-
put him in front of everybody
Yeah,
to say
yeah.
this is
No,
the.
he's
I'm
perfect.
trying to say what I know other people will try to say or may
Right,
say.
right.
To play God's advocate isn't the goal to make music that the most people will gravitate toward.
Right.
And that's where
No.
I
You
think
said that's the goal?
No,
No.
I'm saying
But
that's
everybody
what he said.
don't-
that's what they
say.
gonna say. Oh,
People
they
will
gonna
say,
say.
well,
I thought he
got
said
you,
that.
got
I
you.
was saying no.
All right, he mastered rap. We know he's a rapper,
He
and
hasn't
now he
mastered.
wants to
Now.
make music that everybody can feel. Because he also said that.
He found out
And-
the niche. The
right?
niche,
We know
the
that
pocket.
obviously it's money, it's power
For sure, for
involved
sure.
in that. But,
So before
you know.
we get into what the song
sure.
we're gonna do today, I want to tell you, because this is why we doing my dude Mos Def, Black Star. But what Mos Def did say, he's like, nah, like he makes songs that you might hear while you walking around Target. Like he's like he makes songs.
That's not
He
a
said he
knock.
makes
No.
songs
It's not a knock.
with an edge, like with an edge to it. You know what I
little
mean?
bit,
Like while you
right.
shopping.
he threw some
And-
shit
Yeah,
in the
you know what I mean?
pop.
And so Drake shoots back.
That's his power.
Hold on, Drake shoots back a little bit at him, and he posts Method Man saying hip hop is all of these things, and saying, "Didn't your Umi say? What did your Umi say? Let me shine my light." You know what I'm saying? And I took that as, Umi say, shine your light on the world. And Drake is saying, I'm trying to shine my light on
Like
the
I
world.
just said, he's trying to
so
give people.
if you're
So is he
hip hop
wrong?
and you're saying do this, I'm doing that. Boom. What you hear, Seth?
No, and I think he's trying to be. Don't you like the entendres? So at the same time, he's saying, "Look, nigga, you made a pop song."
Yeah, he likes to-
But there was nothing
Yeah.
popish about that. The message in that song.
Yeah, and my Umi says I don't think most
He
definitely
don't
say
care
this
if
is a
it
rap
ever-
song.
son.
I don't think he would say that. He wouldn't say my Umi is a rap record. He wouldn't say that.
Pop
right,
record.
from
It was a
grandma.
message from his soul
Yeah.
that he wanted to give to everybody. Which I guess if that's pop, because he wanted his music to reach.
And I think that's what we're
message from
talking
the
about, right?
soul,
Like
bro.
it's not a problem to make pop music, but if you
They-
make pop, you're a pop
But
artist.
that's the difference. I think we gotta keep understanding. We're talking about one song.
Right.
If a
We're
nigga,
talking about one song. If he continues to say, "I want to make songs that
Like
sound
this.
like
Like
this,"
if a nigga
all
go
the
in the
time,
studio,
you become a pop
son,
artist.
if a nigga go in the studio and be like, okay, so what kind of song are people resonating with right now, and keep coming out with albums dedicated
That
to
just
that type
fit
of
that
sound,
mold, yeah.
you a pop artist,
That's a
and
fact.
ain't no
And that's
hip
a good
hop
way to put
involved
it.
in that. There's no hip hop involved.
Because even the biggest Drake stan feels that, right? Because they like what Drake did, and then he'll just do something new. Like, all
whole
right,
album worth
we're
of
gonna do Afrobeat, so we're gonna do
Whole album.
reggae, whatever. So yeah.
So the song we're doing today, shout out to Mos Def, shout out to Drake. You know what I mean? I love a lot of Drake's music. You feel me? I do believe he is a pop artist at this time in his career. I think he started off very hip hop.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And R&B. He had some of that. Now you are aiming for a certain dynamic and, demographic, and you're a
it's
pop
cool.
star.
I think his demographic is like his power, like the
Yeah.
superpower is that, because you're Jewish, with runs the music industry, but you could say nigga.
It's crazy.
I don't think he's. Anyway, that's a whole nother conversation.
That's
So today,
Sorry,
what he
word.
doing?
Well, I
Man.
think that's how they
You're
use
not
them.
wrong. I was just
I
giving
think
my
that's how
opinion
they
that I
use
shouldn't
them.
have given.
If, I'm just saying, if we do
Rich
some
thoughts.
America shit and some industry shit, that's how they did it.
Yeah, no,
He's
they
just
did it
good enough
perfect.
to
No,
be
they did it per-
Taylor,
no, you're
and
right.
he's just good enough to be Beyonce.
No, you did it perfect. That's exactly what they did. I don't like it. Bothers me.
But that's why he wins.
So we rocking
Because
with
he can
Black
do it.
Star
He wins,
definition.
said he-
This is a very hip hop song, if I may say so myself.
Hell yeah.
Two
Fats out to
MCs,
Brooklyn.
Mos Def and Talib Kweli. You know what I mean? We gonna start off like this. He said, "From the first to the last of it, delivery is passionate, the whole and not the half of it. Force cast aftermath of it, projectile and blasted with accurate assassin shit. Me and Kweli close to Bethlehem and Nazareth." This is gonna be hard to get through because they was flowing, they was going.
Rewind on top of your master did. Shining like the Oscar, all that.
Gathering.
He went
Connected
crazy.
like a roundhouse from townhouse to the tenement. Cause all of my Brooklyn residents wrote heavy regiments. Don't believe in evidence. We're Brooklyn. Yeah. So
I mean,
when we think of Mos Def and Talib, like you said, we talked about my Umi says, but Mos Def is super hip hop. You know what I mean? Anybody that thinks of Yasin Bey, it's like hip hop.
right.
You know what
It's
I
like he
mean?
embodies hip hop.
Facts. So it's like I didn't even get like when Seth was saying like he made this song My Umi Says, like you made this song and how you telling me not to make certain songs. It's like he made a song that he felt and that was it. That was that. You know what I mean? He didn't keep saying, I'm going to keep doing this for the...
Especially because that song was super successful. He
Right.
could have said,
He
I'm
could
going to
have.
make more of these.
Yeah.
He could have said,
This
I'm
work.
now...
This work right here.
I sing and vocals and, you know what I'm saying? So, but let's get to these bars, man. He said... From the first to the last of it, delivery is passionate, the whole and not the half of it, forecasting aftermath of it. Projectile that them blasted with accurate assassin shit. Me and Quali close like Bethlehem and Nazareth. Ugh.
Projectile that we blasted with accurate assassin shit.
Yeah.
That's literally what we see it now, which is sad in the wars and stuff. But like that, it's just even the forecast and the aftermath.
Yeah.
I forecasted it.
Yeah.
And then you saw the aftermath.
Now look at
of
the
it.
aftermath.
That was his third bar.
He's a whole and not the half of it, though. That's important.
The whole.
That's important.
Because you know, a lot of niggas say, yo, you don't even know the
dogs.
half of it.
Yo, dogs.
He said, here's
he's
the
bodying
whole.
them.
Not the half of
For
it.
the people that don't even know the half, here's the whole.
We're also close, like Bethlehem and Nazareth.
Facts.
He's telling niggas how you supposed to approach this hip hop shit though.
Also, from the first to the
Lights.
last of it,
Yes.
delivery is passionate.
He's telling
He's
niggas
not slacking
how
at
to
all.
approach this hip hop
He's
shit.
not gonna slack
no
on
filler.
nothing. Yeah.
Don't just say whatever to end off your bars or whatever. Whatever you saying gotta be weight through the whole thing.
After this, you be pressing rewind on top of your master disc, shining like an asterisk for all those that be gathering, connecting like a roundhouse from the townhouse to the tenements. Cause all my Brooklyn residents roll with heavy regiments.
Don't believe?
Hear the evidence. We're Brooklyn.
Whoa. See that? About to
Take it all.
Can't believe
Lead
it.
that. From where they see the tree at to where the police react. I live quality, equality. Yo, tell them where we be at.
Where they sell a tree at?
That was it. From where to sell a tree at
From
to
where they
where the
sell-
police
React?
react
That's so crazy.
to the sale.
Same place.
So
I
where's-
come from the sale shit.
It almost sounds like they're describing hip hop. That's what it almost sounds
Oh,
like.
well, he's
Literally.
always doing that.
That's what it
Literally,
sounds like.
And at the same time, he's describing their relationship, his relationship to hip hop.
Yeah.
All in how many entendres you want to put on
And
it.
he didn't say gun, murder, gun,
No.
jewelry,
No.
jewelry,
Kill,
gun,
kill,
Prada, gun,
Papa
gun,
Champagne.
gun. He explained all of
Papa
that.
Shorty wasn't Papa Hokuchi.
Yeah. He did all
I'm
of
just
that.
saying.
But
Real
I
rap
think-
shit.
What was
See,
I
this is
talking
rap.
about? I was
This is
talking
rap.
I was getting my hair done earlier, and my hairstyle, she's younger, and Juicy came on, and we talked about it on this episode, like, the thing, even in Juicy, right, where, you know, he talks about, in the beginning, I was just trying to make some money to feed my daughter. But when you hear the song, it's more than just I sell crack and get money.
Yeah.
It's a
Right?
struggle.
It's like y'all
I'm
come
saying.
from the struggle. I'm
That's
telling you
hip-hop,
about
though.
the struggle.
That's hip-hop.
You know what I'm saying? That's hip hop
struggle.
is reporting on what we going through,
it's what he
how
said.
we
It's
think
all of that,
about it,
yeah.
right? So
They
that's
think it's
what-
that end. They
yeah.
think it's the end point where
For sure.
get money. I got money,
Nah.
bitches, jewelry. It's not that. It's that whole lead
It's
up to
all of it.
Everything
Yeah.
that's around it at the time.
sure.
Which
You
is
know,
what, back to the beginning when we talked about
Amazing.
what's hip hop. Like, that's how I look at it. Like, you answered it perfectly, but hip hop is everything. And
It
it's,
is.
and
Yes.
Is
art.
it us?
it has to.
It
be.
is us.
And what I mean by that is
It is us if
that
we
a
were born
question?
after
No, listen.
1979.
Let me clarify what my question means, because a lot of people will say things, and we talk as you were talking about people rapping, and I brought it up to play God's advocate. Like, if you rapping, are you doing hip hop? For me, and I thought about, because I'm not really doing music at the time, but I know I'm hip hop. Like, I know that. Like, I know that.
You mean that
So
doing like right now?
I'm gonna drop power tomorrow.
So anyway, so
You're not
I know
rapping at
I'm
the
hip hop,
moment?
meaning, but some people may be like, oh, your lifestyle isn't what doesn't represent hip hop, right? Because it maybe it's what I'm getting. I'm telling you
That's
what's
crazy.
No,
You know what I
I'm with you,
mean?
I'm saying, that's
Like,
opinionated.
this is how
Those people are ignorant.
view, right?
Yeah.
So what I'm
They
saying
don't know
is,
much.
Yeah.
so what I'm saying though is, what hip hop doesn't look no one way,
Nah,
right?
never has.
And
No.
I think that's where
Does it look like Drake?
this is what I'm getting to. This is where this question, maybe when I don't know if you looked at it this way, but this is where all this is bringing me back around to. Like, is the culture of hip hop just saying black culture?
I don't know.
No,
they was Puerto Ricans.
No, because
Well,
I mean,
clearly not.
because
graffiti had white boys.
And I know
I'm not saying
graffiti's
I'm
hip-hop.
not. That doesn't.
It's not the way it's
DJ
to be a
is
part
hip-hop.
of it. It doesn't mean that it's not created because it was created from our situation.
Right.
That's what it was
Definitely.
created from. The
Definitely.
situation we were put in.
Definitely.
It was birthed out of that.
Definitely.
So you know, we hear people say it all the time. Eminem, white people are just guests
Right.
in hip hop.
He said it in his own rhymes.
You feel me? So
Right.
I think at that point, you gotta believe it because I'm sure Eminem loves hip hop to death.
He does. That's why I love him because he understands that.
And
I love him too.
as much as he's made a bunch of pop records, it's because he's white. It's easily pop. He gets pop. But he's a rapper's rapper.
Yeah.
Niggas, you know what I
One of
mean?
the
Like, I'm
best.
sure
One of the
rappers
best.
look up to him the way, you know, we talk about Black Thought as one of them rappers. M is one of them niggas to people. Like, one of the best lyricists, rappers, rhyming people. You know what I mean? So, being that, he's a piece of hip hop.
I think that he could
definitely a
be
piece of
one of the best rappers without being hip hop.
Right.
But I
This is
think
what
that
I'm getting
he
at.
actually is hip hop because of his life and the way his
yeah,
experiences
Trailer
and all
Park.
of that made
Right.
him hip
Trailer
hop.
Park,
He could have been the most
freestyle
technical
battles.
rapper there ever was, but
Right.
if he didn't
Freestyle
have the,
battles.
because he could have
You're
just
right.
studied rap
You're right.
and kept practicing it all the time
Freestyle
and be able to
battles.
say a bunch of stuff.
Extremely complicated.
It is. 'Cause I'll give you another perfect example.
That's why they speak about
I'll
it
give you
in
another perfect
universities and
example.
shit.
You know from the beginning of his career, y'all know from Jay-Z, whatever. All right. So say where you could put Eminem there, you know, he's from Detroit, whatever. But like, is Rick Rubin not hip hop because he's white?
What, Rick Rubin?
Poppy.
Well, that
Rick
wasn't a
Rubin
racial
is the
thing.
beginning of hip hop.
I don't think they were getting that.
Right?
being
The
racial.
beginning of Def Jam. No, I know it wasn't racial, but
No, it is racial.
No,
But
I
it
think,
also
I
can't
think
be
it's
either
not.
or.
So this is what I'm
like
thinking.
Rick
I know.
Rubin
I'm thinking like
created Def Jam with
So look,
Russell
I'm
Simmons,
gonna try to go off that because I
who
agree
did
with
99
you.
Problems.
I'm trying to figure this out. What I do think is it's
Who
like
brought out the Beastie Boys?
all right, it's like this. It's like all right. Think about this is gonna sound
Oh,
crazy.
the Beastie Boys not
Think about
hip-hop?
Halloween, right? You dress up in
You
the
right, though.
way of something.
I already know where
right?
you're going.
So if I put the costume on, I'm that.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
But the
Are they
costume,
that,
but the,
Seth?
hold on, let me finish. But the costume I'm wearing, is y'all culture. You know what I'm saying? This is your culture. But I'm
with you on
in
that.
it. I fuck with
with
y'all
you on that,
culture.
right?
I
My
believe in
costume
y'all
might be better.
culture.
But I've been here, right? I came up with
So
y'all.
now I'm doing
I came up with
everything
y'all.
y'all do. I'm doing
Right.
everything y'all do.
Right.
So I'm hip hop, but I'm not hip hop. I'm doing the things of hip hop. Right?
It goes back to
It's
what you were
extensive.
saying.
It's
You know what I
extensive.
mean? Rap is hip hop.
Right.
It's that.
And,
like you.
and part of something that will pass judgment on maybe white people or whatever when you're talking about is hip hop racial and all of this
Right.
kind of thing. So
He
like
said
with the
it is
Halloween,
racial.
so like with the Halloween comparison,
has to be.
if you
Sorry.
can
That's a great
take off
that's a
the
great
costume,
example, though.
Right.
because we can't take
Take
the
it
costume
off.
off. So that's the
I
thing.
am
That's
hip hop.
why
Nothing I could do.
That's why people will be considered a guest in hip hop
Right.
because you can take the costume off. Justin Timberlake took it off after the Super Bowl shit
Whenever
with
they
Janet.
feel like
Whenever they
jumping
need to-
back into the pop.
Broke my
Jump
heart.
right out.
That was my guy.
So look,
Vibe.
look, I'm gonna tell y'all something.
Get up
it's,
outta
it's
there.
very crazy.
We
I was
can't take
thinking
it
about.
off.
Justin Timberlake said,
Alright,
I'm
look.
in the woods now
Yep.
with wolves.
I want to
Word.
get
Like,
through
what
this
you
Talib
doing?
part
What?
real quick. He said, Brooklyn, New York City, where they paint murals of Biggie and Cash we trust because the ghetto fabulous life look pretty. What a pity, blunts are still 50 cents. It's intense, tree sense is dominant, can't be covered with
a
incense.
monster.
My presence felt, my name is Quali from Eternal Reflection. People thinking MC is shorthand for misconception.
Misconception,
Let
wow.
me meditate, set it straight. Came to the conclusion that most these cats is featherweight.
Featherweight.
Let me demonstrate.
you gotta
Walking the
felt.
streets is like battling. Be careful with your body. You must know karate and think your soul is bulletproof like Sade. Stop acting like a bitch already. Be a visionary and maybe you can see your name column of the obituaries. Third grade teacher reading and talking about. I knew he'd amount to nothing.
There that go again.
Neighbors like he was quiet type. Who'd have thought he was fronting, talking loud like you on RCA, get carted away with body parts and trays. What a way to start your day. Yo, it's like 1, 2, 3.
That's
Most
not-
Def and Talib quality. We
Came
came to rock it
all
to the tip top.
Best of
Best of
Lions in
Lions in
hip hop.
hip-hop.
Why,
Yo.
So
Amazing,
look,
huh?
man.
Crazy.
Amazing beat as well.
So like I said, I had to make sure we got through the verse at least because I
second
wanted
verse
to
is
bring
tough.
His verse
I wanted to
crazy.
bring a couple of things up
that
to y'all.
second verse is
That verse crazy.
One, Jack Harlow clearly came out and he was hip hop.
He's still hip hop.
You think so?
I think for me, I
You
think
think
for me,
so?
Rap, son.
I think for me it'd be the
I
bar
was
saying,
part.
that's
because he
all
raps,
about the
music.
bro.
He's
It'd be
talking
the
Because he
bar
raps.
part. It'd be
What's
the
his
bar
new? What's
part.
his newest song?
That new
That's the
shit is kind of
distinction.
fire.
Since I'm a
I'm not
fan
saying
of
it's
his,
not fire.
since
I'm
I'm a
just
fan of
saying.
his, I know exactly what you're saying because he came out
He's
with
about
that
to be
style
a pop
actually. But
artist.
even from the beginning, people don't realize he can't. That's
You
what
saying he's in that
actually.
transition?
No, he started that
he
way.
I'm saying he
Transition.
did it when he
People
did the other song.
I'm saying he started that way. People didn't know that, but that's also what made him unique. Is because he came in with this like rapping over these like dance type beats.
I don't remember him singing in the beginning.
No, he wasn't really singing.
He's singing
He-
now.
Some of it he
I'm
sings
just
more
saying.
now. He sings more now.
That's when you
Yeah.
know a nigga trying to get into it.
Right.
Now let's switch the cloth.
Switch the cloth.
Let's switch the cloth.
Switch the
Is
cloth.
Kanye West pop?
No way.
Yes.
Did you see that?
I don't think
His
you can say
records
no
are
way,
popular.
though. I don't
Nigga
know if you
says
can say
records
no
are
way.
popular.
Yes.
How?
His
You
records
see
are
that?
popular.
Oh, he does his rap.
He has
In that
sneakers
case, yeah, I
and-
agree.
and
I agree with what
sandals
he's
and all
saying.
kind of stuff.
They're calling
That's
him
popular.
pop. That nigga is a rapper.
We already agreed that
Why
popular
would-
can be
alright.
from that.
Because the
He's super pop. He's on TMZ every
Super
day. That's
pop?
pop.
Yeah, but it has nothing to do with the music.
That's
You're
pop.
right. I agree with what he's saying, but it's not
Right.
the music that's making him pop.
Right, but we already
At all.
said
but he does
that the music doesn't
every now
make
and
it.
then make
Every now and then.
It,
pop
it-
song.
it goes back to me to the intention.
Right.
Because something
He
can
don't wanna
become
be a pop
popular.
artist.
No. Something can become
Yes.
popular if a lot of people gravitate
and people
toward
love
it. But
Kanye.
if that's
There you go.
if your intention is just to make whatever art was on your heart and that becomes popular, then the negative connotation of a pop artist should not be attached to that person.
Right. That's how I feel about
Kanye's an artist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That nigga-
Or whatever, however you want to say, if you
Yeah.
want to say whatever, he's just an artist. He's going to put out whatever is on his heart.
Right.
God bless him.
Say,
Well, I mean, that's how I feel about
yeah.
Drake.
Go ahead, Moody.
How you feel
And
about
I
it?
feel the same way
I
too.
don't.
How
I
you
feel like
feel
when he
about
I
really
it?
feel the
wants to rap,
similarities.
that might not be his main thing he wants to do, but I feel like when he
Yeah.
wants to rap, he could rap.
Wait,
that's not what
wait.
Seth said.
You're saying Drake is not trying to be a pop artist. It just
didn't
happens
say
to be
that.
within his heart.
I didn't say that. I said I feel like
Yeah,
Drake
like
is an
his
artist.
heart is pop.
That's not like I said.
Oh, that part you agree
sound
with.
like
That
he's
he's
an
an
artist.
artist.
I thought that it was
Pop
that
heart.
was his
Pop
man.
heart.
I thought
That's
his man had
crazy.
the pop heart.
That's crazy.
Oh, Seth, don't do that.
I feel like
What?
there's just
who?
Oh, I feel like there's just
I didn't hear you
levels.
say what you said.
Tick, tick, tick.
That's what I
Wow.
thought he was saying, but he's not saying that.
I didn't hear what you
There's
said.
levels.
I hope he's not saying
There's
that.
just levels. There's levels.
Yeah, do y'all want to get into the second verse of Black Star?
Yo, that's like a
It's
verse.
fire.
You mean
Yeah,
third
let's go
verse,
back
you
to
mean.
it.
I
For a
said
second.
Manhattan keep on making it, Brooklyn keep on taking it, so relax, we taking it back. Red Hood is where we living at. Plenty cats be struggling, not hustling and bubbling. It ain't hard, it ain't about production and what is we discussing. When the cock crows, my crop grows, enable me to rock flows, striving for perfection ever since I was a snot nose. Colossal, true, original B-boy apostle, standing on the rooftop with the Zulu Gestapo.
Gestapo.
And Talib comes in.
That's when they back and forth. They
You
hashed it up.
think you think you the shit, somebody in wings will force you to quit. It could be your crew or clique or some random kid you smoke Buddha with. Consider me the entity within the industry without a history of spitting the epitome of stupidity.
Come on.
Living my
Nice.
life, expressing my liberty. It gotta be done properly. My name is in the middle of equality.
Quali.
That's a fact.
Yep.
People follow me and other cats, they hear him flow and assume I'm the real one with the lyrics. I'm like Serrano. Still sipping, wishing well water imported from Pluto. 360 millimeters for all the non-believers and miles of kilometers. Most cats cannot precede us in the jungle with the leaders. We them lions, you the cheaters. Our cipher can complete us as we come through your receivers. You can play us and repeat us and then take us home and read us.
Nice.
That's a
Line
fact.
for
They had the
line.
bookstore,
God,
son.
Jesus.
It's still,
Go ahead,
it's still
keep it
there.
going.
Quality
going.
just make a pussy freeze up, think it over and
Ease up. 1, 2, 3. Most
What's
definitely
going on?
quality.
Yo, I ain't gonna hold
Yeah.
you though. That second most depth verse.
Second or fifth.
It's the second back to. It's the on the
Brooklyn,
second
New York
verse.
City,
The
where
back
they
to back.
pay murals of biggies and
Yeah.
cash we trust, cause it's ghetto fabulous. Daddy,
Yeah.
I was just
Daddy.
gonna say,
Nah,
I mean,
not
if-
the Biggie part.
So look,
He just goes.
tell us your favorite part right now. Let's just get into that. Tell us your favorite part of this joint. Melly Scuggz, let me know. Let me know what you think.
I mean, there's parts.
All right, if you got a couple of them, tell us.
There's.
I wanna hear 'em.
Definitely the beginning of that second verse is crazy.
Uh-huh,
Right?
uh-huh.
Where they pay murals or bigger, we just had lost them at that point in time. In cash we trust, cause to get a fabulous life look pretty, what a pity. Blunts are still 50 cents. That's a Philly blunt. I used to smoke Phillies that were 50 cents. It's intense.
He ain't lying.
Tree scent. He said the tree scent is dominant. Can't be covered with incense. You can't.
You can't. The trees you're gonna smell.
This is loud before loud.
Facts. Facts.
My presence felt. My name is Kweli from Eternal Reflection. That's when they went back and forth. But even him, he was like, people thinking MC's shorthand for misconception.
Oh,
It's
not.
not.
It's not. It's not. It's not that. That's not what MC stands for.
I'ma not even say
It's not
nothing
that.
after. I'ma not even say nothing after that, cause that's powerful.
Rich.
That was
Rich.
my part. How about
Rich.
that was my part? Cause that's crazy.
Rich, what's your favorite part, bro?
That's crazy.
I don't know.
It's a lie. It's a lie.
I'm gonna just go.
lot to
I'm just go
dissect.
with the beginning. Like
Yeah, the
most.
beginning is
Like,
fire.
But the first
way
to
he
the
comes
laugh of
in.
it, delivery is passionate.
Yeah.
The whole and not the half of it, forecasting not the math in it. Like,
Yeah, the way he definitely brings
He
the
set the
track
stage,
in. Yes,
like-
he set.
Yeah.
It's like they prepared you. Like, all right, here's
Yeah,
the first
nah,
part,
it was the prep.
and now
it was the
we going.
prep.
We
His
going.
laundry.
It was the prep.
Like, cause the whole thing is crazy.
It was the
like,
fact.
The whole
projectile
entire
and
thing.
blasted with accurate
And the beat
assassin
was
shit. Me and
retarded.
quality clothes like Bethlehem and Nazareth.
What?
After this, you'll be pressing rewind
niggas
on
is
top of
going
your master
crazy
disc,
through this whole
sounding like an
song.
asterisk for all those that be gathering, connecting like a roundhouse from a townhouse to the. Like, he's going crazy. But that
From the
was
towns to the
first
tenement?
run.
Yeah.
Crazy.
For sure.
Big
Definitely
U.
the first.
Big U. It's on you.
Also.
I'm on plenty cats be struggling, not hustling and bubbling. It ain't about production then. What is we discussing? Because you know the when it became the hip hop was the
Right.
gold and the jewels and this and
Right.
this and that. Niggas is struggling. They ain't all
Right.
popping like that.
Right.
And you know, let's get to this production so we can spit these balls.
That was exactly that era too. Like I said, it was like
And it was after, like you said,
Yeah, it was
after
like 98.
shiny suits.
so it's like
because you
yeah,
can say
after
whatever.
Yeah,
I mean, that's how people look
You
at
can
it.
after
say
everybody
whatever.
tried to shoot that down, and then they came. It was like 98, 99, and it was kind of like they were trying to get back to the. It wasn't kind of like they were trying to get back to the essence, which is super respectful, and they did a great job. Even like what we were talking about earlier, from that lyricist
Right,
lounge.
I was gonna say that whole they
lyricist
tried to
lounge.
keep
Yeah.
what they did,
Yeah,
the
that
Ruckus and
lyricist
all
lounge
that.
era.
The Ruckus
and then they were
records and all
both
that.
crazy freestyle artists, solo artists. I think Koch made them become, you know, groups or whatever, and turned them into a group. But they were two solo artists, but just phenomenal wordplay from forever.
It's on you,
My
Mr.
favorite
Moody.
part is me and Quality close like Bethlehem and Nazareth.
Crazy.
I
Crazy.
love Jada and Styles.
Crazy.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody that used to just like go back and forth on it, I feel like they just set us up for that. Once he said that, I was like, all right, it's gonna be crazy later. As I listen to the song, that's my favorite part.
Yeah, I mean, I ain't gonna front. Y'all said everything. I think this
Song
shit is
OD,
crazy.
son. This
You
song
can
is
pick
OD,
another.
son.
You can pick another part, and I'm gonna be
This
like,
song
that
is
might be the best.
Right, you know what I mean?
That's
It's
the
just,
best part. It's the favorite part.
it's just too much, you know what I mean? From where they sell a tree at to where the police react. Talib, Kweli,
That's
Kweli,
crazy.
tell them where we be at.
Wow.
Like,
It's a lot.
Wild out.
It's a lot.
so listen, we about to get out of here, but we just want to be clear. Drake is pop, Ye pop, Jack
Ye
Harlow
is not pop.
Okay.
Don't call Kanye West a pop artist. That's crazy.
But nah, man, this is another episode
Another
of Verse
one.
for Verse. Shout out to my other hosts here. We got Big U, James Rich, of course. Paula Moody in the building.
Word up.
Melly Scuggz. Tell them where they
Word
can
up.
find the music,
Word up.
the heat. You know what I'm
Word up.
saying? Tell them where to
Everything
follow
on
you.
everything on every social platform, on every streaming. That Romelo album came out. It's
Facts.
still out wildin'. Melly Scuggz on everything. Find me on everything. I take DMs. I
Melly
do all that.
Scuggz with a Z.
You heard me? Fat shout to my homies, baby. Rich, handsome, high. Big
Appreciate
U.
you.
That's my shit.
My brother.
It's me.
Mel Moody.
Pleasure.
Like, share, comment, subscribe. Tell us your favorite Most
Holla
Def
at me.
joint.
I'm mad. I call it my favorite.
And some.
Real rap.
These buying my style, I hope they got dental plans. So get it straight from the source and cut out the middleman. Get that pure dough. Get that pure dough. Go get it straight from the source and cut out the middleman. Get that pure dough.